She's one of the most popular judges on the bench, and tonight Judge Vonda Evans explains just how she got caught up in a federal corruption probe.
In an exclusive interview with 7 investigator Ross Jones, she faces questions over why some of her closest friends are also felons.
Your Honor, may I please speak?
Didn't I give you a chance to?
Yes,
And what did you say?
Vonda Evans is the brash, outspoken Wayne County judge who's made news when sentencing criminals.
You were not even man enough to call 911 yourself.
But when an FBI document was leaked the day after Christmas, Evans was suspected of being a criminal.
It was probably one of the worst times in my life. My daughter called me. She said, "Mom, it's breaking news. They're saying that you're involved in public corruption."
Along with more than a dozen others, Evans was identified as a target subject of the Fed's probe into towing contracts. They said she was caught on a wiretap, that there was reason to believe she had or would commit a crime.
I don't approve contracts. There was nothing there for me to do as far as assisting in any form of public corruption.
She didn't approve contracts, but she was close friends with the man at the center of the probe. Until his guilty plea, Gasper Fiore was one of the region's biggest vehicle towers, and he got that way by paying off public officials.
I met him a long time ago when my girlfriend, Monica Conyers, was running for city council.
Did you consider him a friend?
Absolutely.
Evans' friendship with Fiore goes back at least 10 years. So when the judge's daughter had her car towed while out of state in 2016, Evans called her friend Gasper for help.
And I said, explain the situation that, her car had been an impound and that I wanted to pay the fees, I just didn't have the title. And his response to me was, "I don't know anyone in that state."
Evans says that 3-minute phone call was the only reason her name ended up in that federal probe. 10 days after her name was leaked, the feds confirmed Evans was not a target of the probe and hasn't been accused of any criminal wrongdoing.
The U.S. Attorney says that your conduct with Gasper Fiore was legal. Was it always ethical?
Absolutely.
Did he ever give you any money?
Well, first of all, as I've indicated previously, we are friends, our families, vacation. I can't even think of anything that he would have done. Oh, maybe for a campaign? Yeah, probably so during that time.
He never gave you any gifts?
How would you define a gift? No.
You know what a gift is.
No.
Never asked you for a favor?
Never. Not in those guys, not a political favor, never.
Gasper Fiore faces up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
People make mistakes every day. Some are more serious than others.
But bribing a public official isn't a mistake. It's a pretty deliberate decision somebody makes.
Well, first of all, I don't know the facts. I don't know the circumstances.
But Fiore isn't Evans' only friend tied in with criminal activity. Her girlfriend, ex-city councilwoman Monica Conyers, spent 3 years in prison for accepting bribes. Another close friend, ex-state rep Brian Banks, has 8 felonies in his past and pled guilty last year to falsifying financial records. The Judicial Code of Conduct doesn't expressly prohibit judges from being friends with felons, but it does caution them to avoid even the appearance of impropriety.
Should a judge have friends like these?
Like what? That make mistakes? That have done things that they regret? That probably is all of us. I believe that I should be judged by the job that I do within my courtroom and nothing else. And that's how I feel.
Late yesterday, Judge Evans called me. She said that while she does have friends who are felons, she wanted us to know that she has many more who are not. As for Gasper Fiore, he's due to be sentenced in May. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.